Good morning. Well, it's loud today, isn't it? That noise. I don't know if we are going to be doing any. I'm going to take my clock off. I'm going to take that off, and I'll take that off. So you're probably wondering what the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger is actually doing on the soccer field. Well, these two individuals wearing lovely Future Metaverse t-shirts have been sponsoring soccer clubs in Germany. And I found out about it through one of our whistleblowers, and I've written an update on a blog. Now, this blog and this video, I should say, is actually a twofold purpose. I'm going to be babysitting a video that fully condemns the connection to criminals, known criminals on the internet, to a person who goes by the name of Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi. Now, most of my Avengers will have probably fallen off their chairs by now because I've pronounced his name correctly. Or have I? I don't really know. But we usually call this guy Dr. Snuffleupagus because his name's a bit hard to pronounce. So excuse me if you are Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi and you have been listening to me butcher your name, but you don't deserve to have your name said correctly. But what you do deserve is to have your name publicized. Now, the video that I'm going to, babysit, is this one here. Now, we believe that this guy does have connections to beep, 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 moving people around the planet. And I can't actually say that because I'll probably be in breach of Google's terms and conditions, and they'll have a reason to remove the video. However, this video is a bit different than my normal videos. Normally, I get a video, put it online, and it goes onto YouTube, and that's the last we see of it. And then I get lawyers' letters, cease and desist, which I'll show you in a few minutes. And then Google go, oh, we don't know what to do. We just might remove it. It's just easier. But then Danny says, I'm going to put that video back. So he uploads it, and then YouTube looks at it and go, oh, no, we've already removed this video. We can't put this video back. So then Danny goes, I know what I'll do. I'll babysit the video. That means I'll do a voiceover on my own video, which is a cunning way of doing it, perhaps, but that could be still in violation of Google's terms and conditions because they don't actually tell me exactly why the video couldn't be online. It might be because the title of the video, his role in the criminal network, money, beep, and human, beep. I don't know, but I can't say those words because I can't allege that I know this person is involved in that sort of stuff. So what I'm doing right now is I'm actually streaming this video that you're listening to on 5 different platforms. And let's have a look. Let's see, we are streaming on X, which is otherwise known as Twitter, or Twitter, otherwise known as X. I get confused. And then we've also got LinkedIn, which is great because I link the video to the person's profile I'm talking about. And also we've got Twitch, which is great if you're into games, but probably not so good if you're a YouTuber trying to expose criminal activity. And then we've also got Kick, which I have no idea what that is, but it does allow you to stream. And it's also a great way for me to keep my videos online. But the one and only that I'm really proud about is Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. That are streamed on Rumble. So we're streaming on, and also obviously on YouTube. So if this video does get removed on YouTube, you can always find the video via my website, dehek.com, which is that thing that's right in front of me at the moment. And you're probably wondering why I'm wearing headphones. So am I. But for the last 8 months, the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger has been dizzy. Yes, dizzy. And he uses these things in his ears, which I will show you. These things here, they go in my ears. And these are new ones that I just bought 2 days ago. Look, you can't even focus on them. Focus, 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 focus. These things here. And these go inside my ear. You can't see them, but you get the idea, okay? And apparently I might have been pushing things into my ears. So yesterday I had my ears clean, and hi to my 2 new subscribers, the lady at the reception and the ear cleaner lady who thought I was a public hero. Imagine that, the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger. Being a public hero is quite good. Anyway, I said to them what I do, and they said, you're amazing. She said, well, you are amazing. And I'm serious, she says. I said, you're fighting the battle for a lot of other people who can't. And I had to think, and I sat there on the floor crying in the corner saying, I do, don't I? But is it stupid? Could be. I don't know. I'm fighting the cause. I'm trying to stop people. So if you do want to support me and what I do, you can go to my website, donate. You can join the YouTube channel. You can simply subscribe. Or as recently, you can actually give me a 5-star review on Trustpilot, which is, I've got some updates that I'll explain in a few minutes about Trustpilot. Some funny things that are happening there just to show that really Trustpilot is a scam. But in the meantime, do make sure that you are subscribed. And the person hated more than Danny, which is Bob, Bob's secret identity. Whoops. He's in the chat room. Just make it a downloadable. How do I do that, Bob? Everybody on the internet, Bob suggested that I make this video a downloadable. Where do I store the video where I don't just fill up my hard drives? I've already got 40 terabytes on my wall up here, where I store most of my stuff. I can't just make everything downloadable. And to be honest, the honest truth of it is the amount of people that that don't know how to do technical stuff is quite high. And what I really want people to do is to get on the internet, search for Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi and find him. And if they know how to find his name and search for it, that's also another miracle. So what I'm going to do, first of all, we're going to have a look at the update. Now, what's really interesting, I've just written to the soccer club that has decided to sponsor these, these two guys here. We're going to talk about them in a minute. I'm wearing headphones and I can hear it raining outside because these are noise cancelling headphones. It's not the best, but I can hear everything. Look, I can even hear Pixel snoring under the desk. Anyway, these two guys here have decided to throw money at a soccer club, and they've taken the money and they are sponsoring a Ponzi scheme scam sort of thing, which is ridiculous. So I've just written to the soccer club and said, I'm going live on the internet. Have a look at my video, read my blog, and make a decision whether you want to take money from these people. And also, I want to give them a bit of a background about the company. So no doubt you guys are watching this video at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm not a rich YouTuber and I can't sponsor the soccer club instead of these two guys. But maybe you don't want to be associated with the two guys who are taking Germany by storm at the moment. And after looking through their social media and watching them on Twitter and TikTok, I mean, really, these type of people are the bottom feeders of the planet that promote these crypto opportunities. Because all I see in their eyes is that money look. They have that money look where we're going to get rich. Well, I'm going to be richer than you. I'm going to be filthy rich. I'm going to be just as rich as Elon Musk. They sort of get that look about them, which always amazes me. And I just can't stand that look. I'll be honest, but these headphones sound really spinny. Anyway, so let's get into the blog first before I play the illegal video, and let's do this.
While most of the world has wised up to crypto Ponzi schemes disguised as AI or Metaverse innovation, somehow Future Multiverse is still finding fresh victims, this time in Europe. And yes, we've got names.
Yep, we've got names. So let's have a quick look at the scam. And let's see what they are. So welcome to, just make sure. So this is the future. They're digitizing the planet. Yes, your building will be digitized and then you can buy it like an NFT and you can buy chunks of real estate. Now, this isn't new. No, I've seen this before. Now, when we go and we look at the video that you'll see over here, this is where Sam Lee and Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi is in here talking to them about world domination. And at this time, they were working for what they call Stable Deo or Stable Opinion, which was a real estate company, very similar to this one, that was going to chop up real estate. There we go, we're back. And you can buy your own slice of real estate. Now, I've gone through here and I've done a pretty extensive breakdown of how stupid this is. Cough Earth app. Cough Earth app? What are you talking about, Bob? Bob, sometimes you can use more than 3 words to communicate with Danny. There's 2 words coming up. Same thing. Don't know what that means. Alias, same thing. Alias, dive. Bob, use your words. All right, so this looks very appealing to the Middle East, just saying. Anyway, so that's the website. And from this website, you're meant to think that these guys have rediscovered sliced bread. And you're meant to look here and give them your money while they build this amazing metaverse. And you're meant to be all part of it. But if you go and you find in your research, you'll find that Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi is the guy behind this. So that's a bit of a laugh. All right, so let's carry on reading this lovely blog.
Despite its flashy Dubai branding and buzzword-laced sales pitch, Future Multiverse is nothing more than a reboot of a collapsed crypto scam called FutureX.
Yeah, FutureX is something that he's been pushing down people's throats for a long time. And I don't even know if he's got the .com, but for shits and giggles, let's have a look and see if he owns the .com to FutureX. You think Elon Musk might have owned that one. Completely different company, Crypto Hub. Look at that. Even some crypto companies picked up that domain name. But next generation demo, don't know. We've done lots of research on them. In the past, if I went, let's just try this. FutureX. Let's go to Dr. Snuffleupagus, as I like to call him. Where is his name? Promoted. Oh, there's his name. Hold it. We'll get his name from another piece of paper down here. Let's just see if we can search for FutureX. And what do we find? Oh, that's trends. That's right. So here he is. And there he is. Lots of information about him. And he smooches with all the people around the world. So this Future Trends is the website where he talks about FutureX. You can go there and read to your heart's content. There he is. He's the man of the moment. He's the public speaker. He's the one rubbing shoulders with China, the Silk Road, all that stuff. What have we got here? The team. Here he is with his greaseback slicky here. He is not the man. I have had numerous reports that this man is heavily involved in human beep. I'll let you read the words. And also here you can see him talking to people. Let's see if we get a video in real time. Can't do that. Can't do that because I've been banned on, what do they call that thing? Facebook, which is quite a hard case. All right, so let's carry on with the blog. Oh, how did we get to here? Here we go, blog. And then that's FutureX.
The same grifters, the same token, FXTE, and the same empty promises of passive income through staking, virtual land, and NFT commissions.
Oh, there you go. So you buy virtual land in way of NFTs and you'll get yourself a fancy license and a bit of digital real estate that is only worth as much as the next person's willing to pay for it. That's really the truth of it, isn't it? Oh, let's go for the next paragraph.
Same scam. New packaging. Future Multiverse claims to be a hyper-realistic 3D business platform that uses Web 4, blockchain, AI, VR, and possibly fairy dust to digitize cities and revolutionize how we live and work. What they actually offer is...
Right, so this is the really dumb thing. When you've been following these scams as far much as I have and you watch them morph into one thing to another, you get to see the bigger picture straight away. But when you're straight out of the gate and you're the soccer club and you're sitting here listening to the story about what Metaverse is going to do, then you don't really have the education that the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger and the Avengers have. And you probably think, this sounds real good. But when you know the history and the dirty, disgusting bottom feeders that are behind it, who have been interlaced and interwound, like Mr. Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi, he was the CEO of the Who Exchange. And if you search the Who Exchange, you'll realize a lot of people lost a lot of money in that. And he was the CEO of that company. So he's got a bit of an interesting history. And here he is. He's come out sunny side up and promoting another opportunity. And he's got these idiots from Germany who are trying to give it traction. And they're getting a little bit of traction because they have a community behind them who probably followed them into the last scam.
No retail product, no functional platform. Investment tiers from $250 to $10 million promise daily passive returns, commissions for recruiting others into the scheme. If that sounds like a classic Ponzi to you, you're absolutely right. But now, instead of just lurking in shady Dubai WhatsApp groups, this scam is starting to rear its head in Germany.
Oh, yeah. So he's well connected. He's traveling the world. He's shaking hands with presidents. He's even got a photo, I think, with Mr. Obama, if you search for him enough. And it does actually get quite ridiculous. I'm just going to have a wee look at that Obama's, because all he does is goes around the world shaking hands with all these people who are meant to be somebody, and he's on the stage. But we've got him on the stage with known criminals, which is even more funnier. Here he is with the Dubai presidents holding up signs, and there he is there. I don't know. I don't even know why that's there, but it's got a picture of the president and the Pope together, and somewhere along the line he's meant to be in that picture. I don't know. Maybe I give up. But you can come through here and you can read all about Farzam Kamalabadi, and you can see that he's just the man. If you want to promote something, you go speak to him. He knows people. But I have actually had whistleblowers come forward to me telling this guy is dangerous because he's involved with human beep. Oop, can't say that. But who knows? Maybe the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avengers just got it wrong. Or when you look at videos like these ones here, Shavez, who's just been featured in a 10-month investigation with Bloomberg, who's taken over from the predecessor Sam Lee, which was in the car somewhere along the line. I hope that works. Does that work, that video? I might have to reopen that video because it looks like it's gone to sleep on me. But anyway, I might just do that later on while we're listening to the next paragraph. Let's get into the next paragraph of the blog. And we are going to listen to the quote from this point.
The network Future Multiverse that you have reported on is establishing a footprint in Germany, near Ulm and Ehingen, around local snake oilers Helmut Oerl and Martin Feniak, local informant, Germany.
Wow. So snake oil, I love that. Snake oilers. Now I can't pronounce these names.
Helmut Oerl
and Martin Finn. UK? Hold on, here we go.
Martin Feniak.
Yes. So enters the room, these two individuals. Let's have a listen.
Enter. Helmut Oral and Martin Feniak, two key players, have emerged on the German front of this international fraud. Helmut Oral, self-proclaimed Metaverse consultant and chief sales officer at Future Multiverse. His LinkedIn profile lists 48 connections, which says all you need to know about his global reach. Martin Feniak, currently promoting the scam as a sales manager, now actively forming partnerships in Germany under the VFFV and Future Catalyst holding umbrellas.
All right, so that's good. So now I don't know, I had to make sure I got some of my information correct today because otherwise my reputation will just go down the drain. I'm just checking this video. I think this video didn't work. My video won't play. Hold it. 1 minute, I'm just testing something over here.
I'm also in New Delhi right now.
In fact, today, we had very important historic meeting with somebody that you would know. Strong inroads all over.
My video is not actually working, so that's got to be a bit embarrassing.
It has to do with our position.
Wow. So I might have to download that again. We'll play it live over another source. But let's carry on. So what's the background of these two people? Let's have a listen to this, and I'll organise a solution to my problem somewhere else.
Some of them, local officials, seem to have been bamboozled into supporting this network, specifically by promises of AI, high-tech, etc. Local informant warning about government naivety.
Yeah, I can hear the coffee machine in the background. I can hear everything when you wear headphones. It's quite amazing. Yeah, so what basically is happening here, these two individuals have actually smoothed with some high up people who haven't probably done their due diligence and have probably gone with the old trust me bro mentality there, which I'm trying to save myself from something here. But in the meantime, let's carry on. We will go to this. Now, I sort of have to make sure I got this right. So if you are sort of like German, you'll probably know that I'm not a German. But when this terminology FFV is used, it could be mistaken literally for another organization. So I'm not ditching every organization that uses the VFFV term, and I have tried to break that down as much as possible. But a lot of these people try to associate them with well-known brands to give themselves credibility. We've seen that with Shavez Anwar. Maybe he's learned that from Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi. I don't know, but what I'm saying is this may not be associated to the genuine company, but they're using that name probably to confuse people and pass off on that name. So let's hear what they have to say about this.
VFFV. Legitimacy through a misleading association. One of the major enablers of Future Multiverse's expansion into Germany is a small organization called VFFV, short for Verein für Fortwährende Verbesserung, Association for Continuous Improvement, operating under the website vffvalm.com. This group presents itself as a harmless personal development and digital coaching association, but in reality, it acts as a credibility front for crypto fraud, pulling people into investment scams like Future Multiverse under the banner of education, team building, and blockchain literacy.
Yes. So we checked out that website. We had a good look through that. I don't want to focus on that too much. Went through every page of this website and listened to it, read bits of it, listened to what they said. And I look at this here basically as an educational platform. And there's the two people that I've got talking about here. And these, this is meant to give them credibility as two heroes who can change the world, even though he's got himself a slipper on there. That's an interesting slipper. He must have hurt his foot when being chased out of the bank somewhere. I don't know. But anyway, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on there. Now, have I literally gone out of the blog? I forgot to put a open new page thing on there. Misleading. So there we go. You can read all that yourself. Now, I'm not sure if I got that paragraph, so we'll read that as well. We'll read all those paragraphs at once to get them over and done with.
Their website and events are riddled with red flags. Promotes network marketing under the guise of empowerment, hosts crypto stamptish, roundtables, and tiered memberships, runs support Fridays with no visible credentials or regulatory oversight, obscures financial risks behind vague terms like mindset, care, and digital readiness. Note, this VFFV should not be confused with other German organizations that use similar acronyms. This kind of name mimicry is common among crypto schemes looking to launder credibility and avoid detection. In short, this is just another scam-stained gateway built to shield the operation from scrutiny, while reeling in new investors, especially in regional communities across Germany.
Yeah, no, I can't sort of express that enough, to be honest. Now, I'm just going to give you an example of how shocking this is. Oh, there he is, Crypto G. Hey, Shirley, nice to see you here. Now, Crypto G, am I saying Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi correctly? Is that how we're meant to say his name? If not, we've got a new way of saying Dr. Snuffleupagus. Now, just put it in perspective. So if we went to Liquid Pay, Liquid Pay is the website I've set up to expose the liquidpay.finance service, and they've claimed that they've been doing denial server attacks, but they haven't for a while because I'm now protected by Google Project Shield. Well, this side isn't, so you can attack this one if you want, Shavez. But in here, there's the documentary that really exposes Shavez and Sam Lee, and now we've got images of Dr. Snuffleupagus in there. Here we can see that Shavez is claiming that he's associated with Visa, and Visa don't know who the hell he is because Bloomberg rang them up and said, do you know who this guy is? But what I wanted to show you is Dodo, this is D0D0.app is the scam, and Dodo.com, which is also a bird-like name scam, is also the real company. Capital 3 Deo. There's two companies called Capital 3 Deos. One's a scam, one's the real deal, and the other one's also called Capital 3, but it didn't have Deo in the end of it. Then you've got 9pay. So 9pay, this is what they do. And remember, Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi is associated with Sam Lee and Shavez Anwar. So this stuff that we're looking at here, you might not think it's associated, but these guys have all been in the same room together, conniving on how to change world affairs and smoozing with people who are high up in authority. And this is why I'm getting these legal threats from his solicitors telling me that they don't want me publicizing that. But what I'm getting at, 9pay, which is this company here, was the brand that Shavez was interviewed with Bloomberg with. 2 weeks after they interviewed him and realized that he had no association with blockchain, with Visa, they literally, what do they do? They literally rebranded the company, gave their people who promote it no reason why, just obvious that that they were being called out. So, but my point is, if you go to this company, you can find another like-minded company that was also based in Vietnam. Don't ask me why. This is meant to be a legit company. And then you go to Bitcoin Code, yes, same name. Then you go to Liquid Pay, which is their new brand. And then you go to Liquid Group. Then you go to Protocol Yield, and then you go to Ziggly. So if we just go through these companies, I'll shut them down as we go. So this is their scam company. Wonder what it's worth at the moment. If we look here, we'll see that their token is worth, it was 120. It's gone up $5. This is a game of Monopoly, doesn't mean anything. So this is the scam company, and this is meant to be the real company, which looks like their websites have changed colors, but it's the same name. So there's a legitimate company out there and there's a scam company out there. Oh my God. So this particular company's got shut down by the FMA, which is our financial regulator here in New Zealand. So they spent quite a few months shutting down this website. They spent 48 hours setting up a new website. So now you can go to liquidpay.finance instead of liquid.finance. They just whizzed out and got a new domain name. They're still claiming that they're powered by Visa, and that's a total lie. They have their app in the Apple App Store. However, they don't have it under Liquid Pay. They have it under another company called Miranda Limited. So when you click on here and you go cancel and you come down to the bottom here, this Miranda Limited company has got no association with the real Liquid Pay. So then you go and open the Liquid Pay, you go down to their terms and conditions, and you'll find that in their terms and conditions, way down the bottom here, where they have to have an email so people can contact them, they use a different, actually, I lie. They've actually now updated it. They've actually got Liquid Pay Finance as the contact details, but normally they have a Gmail account in here where people can contact them and no association to the real company. If I was developing an app and I'm claiming that it was backed by Visa and people handle money and they claim they're now a digital Deo bank, whatever it is, you think that they would use their own branding to upload the app, wouldn't you? But they don't want Apple Pay to know. Yes, we have informed them. That's what we do all day long, is inform people that these people are naughty, but no one listens to us. Liquid Group, there's another company out there not associated with Shavez. You sort of get the idea. So this company here, Protocol Yield, well, Shavez spent ages developing this. His team of developers spent months and months developing this, and it was the hallelujah, praise Jah, we have come up with the most amazing program. But then when we went through this new thing he was promoting to people, we checked out the terms and conditions and they were exactly the same as this company. And then we found out this company provides a white labeled service and Chavez hadn't created the software from scratch. So then we reached out to this company and said, do you realize the person that you're providing the white label service is a criminal? And they went, oh my God, that's disgusting. Next minute, this company was running an event in Dubai, and guess who the major sponsor was? Yes, Liquid Pay. Would you believe that? It's crazy. Anyway, so Chavez didn't create this program by scratch. He got a white label service from this company, and then somehow now they're all happy families and they're living together. It's just so hard for us to actually even explain what's going on sometimes. But let's go back to Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi, and we'll carry on reading. I'm actually now finding our article. There it is. I've got a backup of the video that we're about to watch just in case we can't watch it, and I will get that ready to go. And I'm also going to download this again. Sorry, I'm a bit jumpy today, but I don't know why, but I just am. Download. Let's go download. All right, so I'm downloading a backup of that video just in case we need one. All right, so sponsoring a football club to launder credibility. Oh, I love the use of words. Let's have a listen.
Sponsoring a football club to launder credibility. Future Multiverse has now wedged itself into a sponsorship deal with SSV Ulm 1846, a football club in Baden-Württemberg, Germany. From their press release, we are now the proud sponsor of SSV Ulm 1846 football. We look forward to a long-term partnership and to supporting SSV and the region through a Future Technologies. Martin Feniak, Sales Manager, Future Catalyst Holding.
Well, there you go. You heard it here first, kids. And perfect pronunciation. Well, thank you very much, Crypto G. And no Fitness New Zealand. I'm not going to say Mr. Camel Toe. Sam Lee News. Is he still in Dubai? Yeah, Sam Lee's gone quiet on us. Remember, Sam Lee wasn't the man behind it all. He was just a puppet working for a hypertech group, if you want my opinion. And on my opinion, starting to become something of credibility because I've been following this scam for so long. What have we got? Kamalabadi is involved in no, yes, I can't say that online, but I can put that along the top of the screen and let you say that. He is disgusting. All right, so nice to have people in the chat room, but let's not get. I've got a few other things happening in this video in a few minutes, which you probably find quite comical. A bit of fun with TripAdvisor as well, and I'll explain that after we've finished destroying this here. So let's see. We've got to read these two paragraphs so you get the full juice of the blog.
This is a well-known Ponzi tactic, using sports sponsorships to mask the grift. It allows scammers to create the illusion of legitimacy and proximity to local institutions. If you're affiliated with this club or a parent of a child playing there, ask yourself, why is a Dubai-based crypto startup with no product sponsoring a regional football team in Germany?
Whenever I hear sports and sponsorship, I have to go to Super One, which has now renamed themselves to Super Lab. And this company here has been trying to go since 2013, online sports gambling. And they've got an app that doesn't work, and it's been upgraded every 2 or 3 days, and it still doesn't work. And it's just multi-level marketing. But anyway, Andre Christensen, I've talked to him quite a few times, normally when he's drunk. But you can sign up here and get the app. And I've had people on the phone telling me that we're real, but nothing ever eventuates. He owns 53% of the tokens that are associated with this company, or 51%, which means he can dump it as soon as it's worth something, and it's worth nothing. But I just thought I'd bring that up there, that it's not unlike these companies to use sports clubs to give them credibility. But if you really want to find out about companies like this, you just need to go to dehek.com. You just go in there and you do a wee bit of a search. For example, I think you can do a search for Super One, and then we can, I think with the scam that never ends comes to mind. And we've just done I'm just using this as an example, but Andre Christensen here he is in the courtroom, and here we've got the receipts showing you that he's actually, this new company has got 2 leased vehicles. They've been repossessed. They've been what do they call it? Debt collection, filed for bankruptcy, all sorts of stuff. But this company is the company. That particular one is the one that never dies, but we're not talking about him today, but just want to throw that in there. Hidden Guidebook tells a very different story. So let's have a listen to this. I might even learn something here. Let's have a listen.
The Hidden Guidebook tells a very different story. One of the only actual documents Future Multiverse has released is a guidebook hosted on GitHub, not even their official site. Inside, the red flags multiply. Referral commissions for recruiting new investors, marketing packages that define your earnings level, a business pool promising NFT-based returns, instructions on staking FXTE for daily profits. This isn't a tech platform. It's MLM wrapped in blockchain gibberish, designed to hide its pyramid structure behind layers of fake innovation. Who?
Yeah, so what you got to remember is that all these platforms don't really care if their products work or not, because in the meantime, they're looking for investors. They're telling investors to invest, like they said earlier on, I think it was $250 to $10 million. Then they'll use that $10 million, if they're lucky enough to get that sort of money, to pay back the old investors. And that's how Ponzi schemes work. So as long as you believe in the vision and you believe that there's going to be a metaverse out there and they're going to chop up the whole world into a digital platform, and then you can buy that same building over the road that you can see in a digital version as an NFT, then you're good to go. You just need to give them your money and they're going to promise you daily returns on something that hasn't actually eventuated yet. This is how stupid it is. It's crazy. So who is Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi? Let's have a look. Let's have a listen to see who. Now, I've done lots of research on him, and this whole blog isn't on him, but it is really, because I'm going to babysit a video that's been taken off the internet and put it back on. Naughty, naughty Danny. Where's my coffee?
Who is Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi? Really, Kamalabadi isn't just a face in Future Multiverse's videos. He's a career Ponzi architect, former ringleader of Hyperfund, which collapsed owing hundreds of millions, closely tied to Stable DAO, another dead-end token scheme allegedly connected to the now-defunct exchange, which collapsed after freezing withdrawals. Claims to lead a Future Trends group with 400 million contacts, a laughable and unverifiable figure. His specialty, fronting fraudulent DeFi projects with an air of diplomatic credibility, dragging in high-net-worth victims with promises of global influence and wealth.
Yeah, you got that major scammer guy that can look you in the eye, who's smoozing with some big people. He walks around the world on his, I don't know if he's got his own jet or anything, but he's just bullshit on bullshit on bullshit. And I'm the one that's calling him out. So as you will see in a few minutes, I've received legal correspondence telling people that I must remove my content from the internet or I'm going to face serious legal action. Now, this was given to me about 8 months ago, and I've just heard crickets. I'm waiting. I will put them on my wall. I have a wall of all my legal action documents on the wall there. So these guys travel around now. The Hyperfund, otherwise known as Hyperverse, it actually started off as Hypercapital, then went Hyperfund, then we went Hyperverse, and then it went Hyper Nation, then Hypercosmos, and then it changed to Diversal. And these days, and what they're doing is they just keep moving the liability from one debt to the other, and they keep bouncing around. Well, the video that we're about to show you over here, which I've now got the proper version, is him talking and working with Sam Lee, who's been charged in America to his connection to a $1.9 billion scam, which is Hyperfund, otherwise all the names I mentioned. Hypercapital, did I mention Hypercapital? Hypertech Group, did I mention that? There's all these names that keep coming. So when Sam disappeared from Australia with $58 million and Ryan Jew, his business partner, and Alan, another guy who's just had his passport given back to him before he was charged by Australians, ASIC, and then 2 days after he got his passport, disappeared, and then they charged him with his connection to Hyperverse. Can you believe that happened? Yeah, it did. It's real. He's gone. So Sam Lee disappeared for 8 months, popped up in Dubai with a program called Hyper One, and I didn't believe it was real. In fact, I didn't even cover it really that well until I realized that it was real. And then I did this amazing video when I went, Sam's alive! He's alive! You may remember that. It got me famous. He started up a company called Stable DAO, Stable Opinion. Stable DAO was basically doing the same thing he's claiming to do with Future Metaverse, which is basically digitizing the world, chopping up real estate into chunks and putting it on the blockchain. The whole concept's fantastic if you're an idiot and you want to believe that sort of shit. However, selling tickets before the show opens, but with no intention to open the show, is what I call fraud, and that's what I'm calling him out on. Anyway, so Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi is actually heavily involved with Shavez and Sam Lee, and that's because of his connection with Stable DAO and Stable Opinion and otherwise known as VidiLook, VAV, We Are All Satoshi, and hence why Bloomberg did a 10-month investigation before they published their video and published their articles about it. But anyway, his direct involvement was the Who Exchange, which was a big exchange, all connected and interwound and all that shit. And he was I'm pretty sure he was the CEO. Crypto G will tell me whether that was true. So he was the man behind the Who Exchange, which fell over. So this man's already got a crooked past associated with demons. And I have to read that paragraph because I can't remember.
His specialty, fronting fraudulent DeFi projects with an air of diplomatic credibility, dragging in high net worth victims with promises of global influence and wealth.
Let's read this one then.
Legal threats and intimidation attempts PDF. When I exposed Future Multiverse's connection to Kamalabadi and broke down the scam in detail, the company responded, not with evidence, not with facts, but with legal intimidation. Their law firm Law Vissery PLLC, based in Dubai, of course, sent me a cease and desist letter demanding I
demanding I delete my videos, delete my blog, stop mentioning them, pinky promise, never to talk about them again. Oops. And spoiler alert, I ignored them, as you probably figured out in this video. So why?
Why? Because every claim I've made about Future Multiverse is backed by research, evidence, and multiple sources, including excellent independent work by Behind MLM.
Yeah, I don't do all my own research, must admit, but here's a whole kizikamamoodle on the Future Metaverse reviewed, Metaverse, blah, 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 and you can go down here and you can read all about it, and you can see photos of who, I don't even know who Simon is, that's a new one. But there they are, happy people. And there's the men, there's the mound behind, the mound, and all these guys. We've done articles on all, well, not articles on all of these guys, but I've got, they're in my database. And there he is, Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi, great. And there he is, Hypertech Group, Hyper Capital, Hyper Fund, all the shit that you can think of. There's all the proof there. There's the packages and the starter packages, right up to 10, the senior partner package. He just needs one rich guy in the United Arabs to invest, and he will be able to keep this Ponzi scheme going for ages. Referral commissions. Yes, there's another picture of a pyramid, business pool, staking investment scheme, blah, blah, blah. More pictures of what you're going to get. It's all just how good. Oh, look, the metaverse, the whole world's going to change. It's even got bubbles on people's roofs. It's just getting better and better. Look, it just goes on and on. So if you want to read all about this, so if you're the soccer club, and look, I think even Danny de Hek's made it. Who's that guy, Danny de Hek? Oh, here we go. Let's have a read of what I put. Must be a goodie. Whoop, read it.
Since receiving the cease and desist letter from Jeffrey Smith, managing attorney at Law Vissery PLLC, representing Future Multiverse LLC, FZ, absolutely nothing has happened. No follow-ups, no legal action, just silence. It's clear this was nothing more than an empty intimidation attempt. The only thing of note since then has been a ridiculous video posted by Farzam Kamalabadi, who I like to call Dr. Aloysius Snuffleupagus, where he rambles on about Future Trends Group's supposed expansion in Sri Lanka. For anyone who wants to see his latest nonsense, the video can be found on YouTube, with the ID Yuri1CHGS. Beyond that, it's just crickets from Future Multiverse. Great article Oz, good to see more than one crima fighter on the planet. Do you want a smashing job of exposing these bottom feeders who think they can keep flogging people into financial investment opportunities?
I'm just going to look that up, but I think we might be able to find it if I'm clever. And I am clever. You watch how clever Danny is. Here's the video. So we did find this really interesting video of him showing the metaverse, which is really cool. Oh, here it is. So this is the sort of stuff you get to look at. And this is so fun. So
welcome to Sri Lanka, the nation of 21 million people. The nation that is island nation in the center of the whole Asia and Africa and the world.
Now, I've been to Sri Lanka. It's quite a nice country. I actually thought it was wealthier than India, which I came from. But then I found out afterwards that the people in Sri Lanka were actually poorer. And I had this guy, I was taking photos once, and I'm here as a tourist taking my photos of these guys using the sickles, harvesting. And I thought I'd take a photo. And then this guy comes up to me and goes, give me money, give me money. And I go, no, I'm not giving you any money. And he went to hit me with the sickle. And next thing, the taxi driver's telling me to get in the car, and we're racing off. The guy was trying to kill me because I didn't pay him for his photo. Anyway, just carrying on. So here he is. This is quite, I remember this video now. This is quite cool.
Here are the offices of Quantum Ventures, joint venture with Future Trends Group, member company. And also our offices there, we don't go there, there's a few more offices and every floor of the whole building belongs to us. Look at...
So he just said that every floor of the building belongs to him, and Crypto G's just confirmed he was the chairman and who stood in hyper... hold on, we have to read that. Thanks for clarifying that, Mr. Crypto G.
He was chairman and who stood for Hyper Optimum Organization. Sounds like the sort of shit Kamalabadi would come up with.
Yeah, so far they own the whole building here, and they're showing us through this one room that could be a hotel. But let's have a look.
The positioning of Sri Lanka, right?
So this is more about a what do they call, geographical, educational, showing us where Sri Lanka is. It's at the very bottom. It's the footstool of India. High security when you go there, trust me.
Connected to the whole world.
It's connected to the whole world.
See our land. The land that is owned by the family and will be developed to a high rise of 50 floors.
Right, so they're going to build a 50-story building there. That sounds good. And this video is uploaded at, would you believe, 360 DPI. For anyone that's a YouTuber, I know that's the worst form of video ever. So no doubt they didn't have any internet in Sri Lanka when he uploaded this.
Becomes the financial hub and the investment hub of the whole country.
That bit of paddock there is going to become the whole financial hub of the whole country. Isn't that exciting?
And as well, the family offices and projects that we have in one conglomerate, member company of Future Trends, has 20 projects owned by the company, government license already issued, land permits already in hand, and the market and the buyback already in hand. Anywhere from ship repair to entire global international airport hub that will do the scrap metal dismantling of all the global airplanes, old ones that are in parking, as well as processing them.
Oh my God, did he just say what I think he said? So I've been to, where have I been to? I went to, oh, I can hear noise in the background. I went to, I can't remember where I went to. Bangladesh, yeah. And I went to Cox's Bazar. Cox's Bazar is where they dismantle all the ships, and it's they reckon the most dangerous profession in the world. So they literally cut big chunks of steel off the ships that have been washed up on where they drive them into the shore. You might have seen, it's amazing. Anyway, dismantling, recycling, bad working conditions. They don't allow you to film there. I actually went there to film there because I saw another guy who's a Kiwi who went in there and managed to film, but normally they have armed guards and they don't want any filming because it's such terrible working conditions. So even to admit that he's associated with dismantlers of airplanes and ships is actually quite breathtaking, just saying.
As well as the gold exchange, metal exchange, and also our securities, all.
Oh, he just sounds like the man of the moment, but it doesn't sound like it's actually his baby. It sounds like he's claiming he's got all these investors, which is no doubt these guys from Germany, maybe. Who knows?
Also, the oil cargo transshipment, many projects where there are few licenses, and we already have the licenses.
Oh, well, let's prove that, Mr. Farzam Kamalabadi. Let's prove you've got those licenses and you've got the money behind you. And that'd be good to see, wouldn't it, everybody?
With that, you will come to Sri Lanka. And we will also build the nation. We are already approved, mandated by the government. Excellent.
You just got to believe Mr. Farzam, and you're all, or Mr. I think it's Dr. Farzam. I wonder if there's any proof there's actually a real doctor.
In joint venture.
In convention.
Mostly we are servants. We are serve and enhance whatever the wise government themselves are designing. But we are part and package of that movement, the collective rise of humanity. Yeah, the collective.
So imagine you get to Sri Lanka and you say to the bag boy, can you hold the camera while I walk around the room and pretend I own the whole building from A to Z, and I'll give you a tip. And the bag boy goes, no worry, Dr. Farzam.
Peaceful rise of humanity, China, Africa, now Asia, Sri Lanka, Latin America, globally.
Well, that's why they have a map on the wall. It's going to be great.
With you. Thank you. Are in Sri Lanka, the capital city of Colombo, and we can go to
There we
see
go.
the different places. That is the port city in Colombo. As you will see from far.
I think these videos also doubled as family videos that went back to home to say, oh, look at me, I'm on holiday in Sri Lanka.
Thank you.
And this is going to give you credibility that you're actually somebody of authority with your 360 DPI video that you upload to your YouTube channel.
Good combination of modernity and, well,
Whoa, watch out, tuk tuk. Careful. Careful. There's a building.
Modern buildings and traditional
Modern buildings. I don't think that looks more like something built out of Rome, just saying.
buildings all together.
I think he's in a larder.
Well-developed, clean city.
Oh, military. Oh no, just a normal truck. There's another building. I've been there. I've been everywhere. Future Trends Group, expanding international cooperation in Sri Lanka 2025. Remember, you heard it here first. This just had 138 views for a guy that's going to change the world. 138 views, and it was posted 6 months ago. This is living the dream.
Fast construction everywhere.
Construction everywhere, ladies and gentlemen, and tuk-tuks everywhere as well, or otherwise known as CNGs. Okay.
That is our hotel.
There's a hotel. He owns a whole building.
We are arriving.
Okay. Oi!
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Who's that guy?
Welcome to Sri Lanka.
Welcome to Sri Lanka. Party in the house. Party in the... Oh my God. I hope those girls are old enough. Just saying. There you go. So if you want to have a look at that there, that's the intro to a company. So this Future Trends Manifesto has now got nearly 400 videos, 549 subscribers, and you click on videos and you can come through here and you can watch him shaking hands with people from all around the world. This man is the man, and you'll probably go through here enough and find him shaking hands with Sam Lee and Shavez Siddiqui. Let's see if he's got any photos. That would be quite funny, wouldn't it, to see? But yeah, we've been following this guy for quite a long time. But he's just the man of the moment. But just imagine, he's done all this amazing activity. He's changing the world. There he is there. Look, a year ago. That's the guy that we're doing the video on now. Wonder if we should have a wee look at this. We don't want to get distracted, but I just can't help myself. Let's have a wee listen. So here he is. Look at this.
Interesting thing is, on the hill.
On the hill.
It doesn't give us the chance to pass.
You can't pass the people with all the...
Also, is our cars in the back? I wonder.
I think he's moving people around.
The better way probably is this way.
Oh my goodness. Let's see if we can find... let's have a look. This is so funny. Let's have a look at this one. This must be the presidential group.
Finally he stopped. That we should have done it down the hill, not here.
Yes.
But
oh my goodness.
luckily.
So Dr. Snuffleupagus is changing the world.
We say film without money, he doesn't want that. If film, we should pay him the money.
I see he's telling... Oh, I see. So let's see who's looking out the window. We'll just cruise on. So where did we... Oh, here we go. So let's have a look at this guy here, because this is the guy who is the German guy.
Django, any message you have for the people of the future?
People of the future, take part of our new project Zero, of our new project in Africa. Be part of our better future right now.
Right.
So the people of the future, when they see Africa will have changed, then they will remember who was here to do the work.
Yes, it's amazing.
Yep. So give them your money.
But you will see.
Yep. You just have to have blind faith.
Now.
Yeah, now, join.
Join. It's all about recruitment. So remember that? You heard that here first?
No more.
He's going to come back in a minute.
Sarir, where are you?
During the interview, I forgot totally Kinshasa.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, sometimes it happens. That place, that name. I thought which road, which situation. It happened. Okay, 1, 2. Bote. 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 He looks familiar. Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
Wait, video off?
Video off?
Yeah.
Bote.
Well, there you go. So there's a bit of information. So let me show you something interesting here, ladies and gentlemen. I've actually been building a database on this particular guy, and I didn't actually have his YouTube channel. So we will have that on there now. And then next time a government official wants to go in there and do some quick research, they can fire on here. And but, you know, we've got images about him. Let's see what we've got. Holding up stuff. What else have we got? Screenshots. Yep. These are all from China. We found some dirt on the guy. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but we've done other videos on him in the past. Associations, Sam Lee. Oh, Garrett's in there. Sam Lee, we've got so much information about Sam Lee, it's ridiculous. If we go to images of Sam Lee, I think we go to the bottom of all the images and we'll find Sam Lee's school photos. But I think in here somewhere we've got pictures of Dr. Snuffleupagus, as I like to call him, and the like. So, yeah, so we could probably go through there and find other videos, but it would be funny to go through there and actually see videos of him with Shavez, wouldn't it? And knowing my luck, I'll probably be able to find it. But this man is well connected. We think he's in the business of moving. I can't even say it just in case I get told off for saying what I'm thinking. But let's say let's describe it in another way. Imagine that you've got a bus and everyone has a seat and you move the people on the bus around the world. And maybe they don't want to be on that bus. Well, they were on that bus going to another destination. Who knows? But in here, all these videos, this guy is just changing the world. One subscriber at the moment. So currently he has 549 subscribers, yes, and he's changing the world. But he wants your money. Spoiled it. So anyway, so what did I get from them? So this is their token.
The same old grift. FXTE token plus fake land plus metaverse garbage. Future Multiverse has simply rebranded the failed FXTE token from FutureX, laid it with AI VR/3D nonsense, and is now pushing starter packages, VIP NFTs, and virtual land sales. It's the same bait and switch. FXTE tokens, you can't cash out virtual land with no utility, fake staking with no audited returns, commissions paid from new investor money. That's not the future. That's a Ponzi scheme with a MetaMask wallet.
Yeah. So final warning, watch out. So these are the people that we've so far associated with this scam. And the whole purpose of this was to show you guys that this is these are the people to watch out for.
Final warning. Watch out for the following names. If you see any of the following names promoting Future Multiverse, treat it like a financial biohazard. Simon Volk, or Volk, alleged founder, no verifiable history. Stephanie Shuko, founder and former promoter of FutureX. Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi, serial Ponzi kingpin. Jeff Smith, legal mouthpiece issuing threats. Helmut Oral, German arm of the operation. Martin Feniak, public face of the scam in Germany. Future Catalyst Holding, their shell entity in Germany. VFFV, the fake education academy acting as their gateway.
Yeah, so you've probably seen some of this stuff before. If you've seen them on the run, we'll carry on for the whole blog.
If you see Future Multiverse, run. If someone sends you a slick-looking video about how the Future Multiverse is changing everything, ask one simple question. Where does the money come from? If the answer is, from people buying in, it's a scam. If you've already invested, report it. If you're being asked to promote it, don't become the next collapse's excuse. This isn't the future, it's just another recycled crypto Ponzi, wearing a virtual reality headset and screaming Web 4.
Yeah, so I don't think I can say that. Now, if you're wondering where I get my information from, a lot of it is OSINT, which is open source intelligence. if you're wondering who I am and you haven't watched me before, well, I have actually been quite well documented. My biggest thing probably ever, I didn't really appreciate at the time, was being a two-page printed in the two-page edition of the New York Times. Well, not say a two-page, I want to restart that. We're going to say I was in the New York Times. They did a two-page feature on me and Hyperverse and and everything I was doing there. I've been involved in the Bloomberg documentary, which is on the homepage of my website, Channel 9 News, I think Opal India Press, and just recently I've actually just been in another newspaper as well, which is called Tech Juice, which I'm quite proud of. So if you come along here, I'm currently involved in going after some Pakistani software houses, and Tech Juice has allowed me to publish an article in here, and this is a credible source of media. And it's Operation Grey. We're actually putting our neck out on the line on this one. Literally, we've actually providing information to the governments, and they are doing raids in these buildings that are running these scams. And so far, we've had just short of 100 raids happen, but I'm really proud to be in here, as I've even put my name like I was the author, which is really nice. And the other thing, if you do search for Danny de Hek and you're wondering who I am, if you want some credible information, you can click on the news articles. And these are all articles that Google have promoted me as news. And you can come through here and you can read these articles and link back to them. And some of them have been done by malicious people. So Vocal, for example, they published an article by some unknown author. So as you can see, when you click on that link now, it's been removed. But the Otago Times, Indian Press, Guardian, Radio New Zealand, page 2, I'm not a big celebrity. Then you've got Australian Broadcasting Corporation. All these are articles mentioning by me, and obviously Tech Juice. So all the articles that you see me recognised in here, I actually put them on my website so you guys can find them. So that's a little bit more about me. But look, the purpose of this article wasn't just to tell you about the latest blog that's been published on my website. If you go to dehek.com, you'll find my website. And on my website, I'll just make sure we're at 100%. We are. You'll see that I have got my Bloomberg documentary video on the homepage. You can book me for an express chat. Now, a lady by the name of Tracy Sellers booked me for an express chat yesterday, paid me $50. I talked to her for an hour and a half actually at the end, but she was going to invest on an opportunity where she thought working from home, paying somebody $900 US was a good idea. After looking at the project she was looking at, I said, this is affiliate marketing scam. Do not get involved in it. She was thankful. She actually told me that she'd actually lost $122,000 to Forex trading, and at the end of the conversation, and she was embarrassed. A lot of people are embarrassed when they lose money, these scams. We're not embarrassed to listen to you, and we love it when you're brave enough to tell your story because it does truly help others. So she invested in Forex trading. She put $122,000 in. The first month she got $5,000. The second month she got $7,000. The following month she got $12,000 back, and she had peace of mind. And then all of a sudden they said the Forex trading crashed because Donald Trump got in or whatever it was, and she lost all her money. She lost like $75,000, and it's just a scam. The whole lot was they used her money to pay her back, and now she's looking for other opportunities. She was trying to transfer $138,000 into Smart Labs, and the bank wouldn't allow her to do so. Then she went to another bank, and they also wouldn't allow her to do so. She reached out to us, and that's how we got to meet Tracy. But she's now, when she's looking at investing in anything, she's uncertain. She can book me for an express chat. She did that yesterday. We talked on to her on WhatsApp on a video conference. The other thing you can do, you can sponsor a review on any opportunity. If you want help and you want to book me for an hour, I don't get paid for doing this. I'm not here for the money, but I do need money to live, and I spend hours and hours and hours of my time fighting these scams. So they are the 3 services I offer. But what I do with that information, for example, we've just gone through this whole blog. This was given to me by a whistleblower, and the whistleblower is anonymous, and I've used that information to compose to the new blog. I've got an article here about Trustpilot, and as I said, I mentioned something about Trustpilot. So there was a company out there that it was actually through Tracy. She was going to use a company called Recovery Fin, and Recovery Fin actually had I put a review on Trustpilot about them. So let's go another twist. So let's have a look, see if I can find that. And this was the funny thing I was talking about. So if I find the one star, I'll just see if I can find the 1 star So long story short, I gave them a 1-star review. The review got removed. The review got removed. Here it is. So this is what's happened. So I gave them a 1-star review, and the review got removed. So then they asked me for evidence to prove that I have been scammed by Recovery Fin. I provided them all the evidence. They removed the review. I went and got the same review, put it back, but gave it a 5-star review. It remained for 7 days. Then I got an email from them saying that they want proof that I actually did have the receipts. So then I provided them the receipts. They read the receipts, and then they said, yes, we are going to let your review remain because we've seen the receipts. So then I went and edited the review and gave them a 1-star review because they wouldn't allow me to have a 1-star review because of their screening system. So I gave them a 5-star review, but a scolding letter. So just 2 days ago, I did a video about how this worked, and people who are watching this will remember. So now I've gone and edited the same review that has been approved because they've got the receipts and changed it to what it should be, a 1-star review. This morning, I got another email from them telling me that that they want proof. So I'm just going around circles. But in the meantime, this will stay. But I know, and now Recovery Fin, which I haven't seen 11 hours ago, has given me an official response. So here's a company who's claiming to be legitimate, but they're not. And I've done a whole blog and everything on them. So that's sort of what I do. I spend my time fighting in the trenches to these companies, but they've now asked for evidence that I've had something to do with them. And I, out of curiosity, because I'm here now, I'm just going to listen to what they claim and how they talk.
Recovery Fin Limited official response: we strongly dispute this review as it is false, misleading, and written by an individual impersonating a customer. The person posting under the name Danny de Hek has never been a client of Recovery Fin Limited, nor has he engaged a services at any stage. At Recovery Fin, we take transparency and professionalism very seriously. Every legitimate client is required to submit their case documentation before we provide a free preliminary investigation report. Only after producing a detailed findings report do we discuss refundable security deposits or service fees, which are clearly outlined and contractual agreed. We do not pressure, intimidate, or threaten any client, and we absolutely do not engage in fraudulent practices. We have formally requested Trustpilot to remove this fabricated review as it violates platform rules by impersonating a non-customer and publishing defamatory claims. For authenticity and accountability, we welcome Trustpilot to request proof of communication or agreements between Recovery Fin Limited and this individual. None exist, because no professional engagement ever took place. We remain fully committed to assisting genuine victims of scams with professionalism, integrity, and confidentiality. We urge readers to judge our services based on verified client experiences and not on fabricated reviews designed to harm a reputation.
So it's crazy because this is their Recovery Fin service agreement, and they're now threatening legal action to the lady who was going to have to sign this because they're claiming that she shouldn't have provided me these forms. So I've provided these forms and obviously written a blog to Trustpilot, and they've approved it. But because I've switched it from 1-star, the 5-star, to a 1-star review, and also they must have, I've just noticed, I've posted that reply. Now, Trustpilot, who've approved this, now want me to go through the same service again. The whole system of Trustpilot, I tell you, it's rigged. But I've actually really gone after this Recovery Fin company, who's not a genuine. They're claiming that they can recover lost people's money from the crypto. So they're claiming that if you've lost your money to crypto, they have a way of getting people's money back from crypto transactions with their clever service. And they're demanding $2,298 from Tracy, which is just ridiculous. But anyway, so we battle, and a bit of time that I spend doing so. So my whole point of this conversation was, if you want to support me in what I do, feel free. I really appreciate it. You'll find lots of, when I do a sponsored review, you actually find I do a whole blog on certain things. And also we've got Queen of Karma, who's also publishing articles here at the moment, and we're just really trying to help people. A good example of another review is Booster. Now, Booster are claiming that I'm in serious legal trouble now because I asked the curly questions and they can't answer them. This guy here, sitting in this desk, claimed that they created their own version of ChatGPT. And when I challenged him, it finished up being that it's actually a free service from Google called Google Gemini, and they've slapped their logo on top of it and using API keys And they're charging people $19 a month for a service that Google Gemini is a free service, and they're now charging it. They also claim that this guy had 1,000. He says in the video that you can watch, he had 1,000 developers. They're not a small company, he said. And all these claims we've gone through and we researched him. We finished up finding out that this guy, Matt, is actually a wanted man in I can't even say, Slovakia, where he's from. The government of where he's from has actually put out they want him back. But because it waited, so they filed the government, his old government, so here it is, the words here, I can't even say it correctly, is it? The Republic of
Slovenia.
Slovenia. Oh, that's an easy word. Slovenia have actually missed out in the 5-year time period that you need to get people expedited. But here they claim all the things that this guy's been literally done for. So it's just incredible. So we are on the case. We're independent. I am a journalist. People say I'm not a journalist, but I am a journalist because my website's what do they call it? My website is actually protected by Google Project Shield. And if you do look up on my website and see who actually looks after my website, you'll see that Google actually protect my website from denial server attacks. And that's a service called Project Shield. And if you look that up, you'll see, and that service is only available to independent journalists, human rights organizations, and public interest websites. And they protect us from digital attacks, because this website was getting attacked by people like Shavez Anwar, who's trying to remove the content. So when I get content removed of the internet like this, and by Google, I do my best to keep it online. Now, this particular video is actually hosted on a service on my website. If I go to YouTube, I will show you because I think it's important. But if you are actually on my YouTube channel, I got the wrong link 3 times in a row. Let's go for third time lucky. You'll actually see we've got more links, and in here you've actually got Odyssey. Now Odyssey don't do it anymore, but every video that went on my YouTube channel got carbon copied over to Odyssey. Now they don't it was a free service, but now they started charging for it, so I've got the money to pay for it. But in saying that, the video that we're looking at over here is actually hosted. Now I don't know, I've downloaded the video, which I'm hoping will play, and I actually probably would prefer to play the downloaded version. But for some reason, when I started playing that video, it actually stopped halfway along the way. So I'm hoping that isn't a corrupted download or a corrupted upload. So we're just going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that, and we will actually just try our luck with the downloaded version that I've got, just in case. And then we can play it by ear. So I'm going to transfer that across there, double click on that, and we will go full size, and hopefully we'll have the full video. If not, I've lost it forever, and we won't be able to see it. But this video has been removed a couple of times. Well, it's been removed once off YouTube because they're lawyers, and I don't think I even went to that. I don't think I did it justice, but I actually need to go back a step. Sorry guys, I know you want to watch the video, but I just want to prove that this guy is disgusting. His lawyers are trying to stop me, but the lawyers do nothing. They're all smoke and mirrors. All these guys don't have the money they claim. But when you go to these videos here, I think we actually have the lawyer's letter. No, I got the wrong one. 1 minute, please, caller. I think it was that one. This article here. And I didn't bring it up, but I will bring it up. And it's, oh, there it is right there, isn't it? Is that it? Yes, there it is there. I did open it, but didn't go there. So this is what they actually wrote to us. And this is before, they must have complained to Google. And Google fall over pretty easy when it comes to these letters. But here we go.
Mr. Danny de Hek, Christchurch, New Zealand. Danny at dehek.com, February 8th, 2025 Formal demand to cease and desist defamatory publications against Future Multiverse LLC, FZ. Dear Mr. de Hek, we act as legal counsel for Future Multiverse LLC, FZ, the client of Future Multiverse, and we write to formally place you on notice regarding your publication and dissemination of false, misleading, and defamatory statements concerning a client through various online platforms, including but not limited to blogs posted on your website, YouTube, and other digital media channels. Among the many allegations you have made, you have published statements asserting that Future Multiverse is a scammer by association, that it is entangled in a labyrinth of red flags and troubling connections, and that it is a dubious enterprise affiliated with individuals with documented histories of fraudulent activities. Furthermore, you have actively incited the public to avoid investing time, money, or resources into Future Multiverse. Such statements are patently false and have caused, and continue to cause, significant reputational harm to our client, which, absent immediate corrective action, is highly likely to result in substantial pecuniary loss. Under New Zealand law, the publication of defamatory statements is actionable pursuant to the Defamation Act, 1992, and established common law principles. A cause of action for defamation arises where 1. A defamatory statement was made. The statement must be capable of lowering the reputation of the subject in the estimation of right-thinking members of society or exposing them to hatred, contempt, or ridicule. 2. The statement referred to the subject. It must be shown that the statement was about the subject, either explicitly or by reasonable inference. 3. The statement was published. The defamatory statement was communicated to at least one person other than the subject. Your statements satisfy the elements of defamation in that, I. The statements were defamatory, as they falsely characterized a client as engaging in fraudulent or suspicious activities, thereby damaging its reputation and exposing it to public disrepute, which can cause harm to its business and relationships. 2. The statements clearly identified our client, as they explicitly referenced Future Multiverse and its affiliations. And 3. The statements were published to third parties, as they were made public through blogs posted on your website, YouTube, and various other online platforms. Moreover, we have become aware that you have created and disseminated further defamatory material through a video targeting Future Multiverse and its associated parties. Such conduct constitutes a continued and deliberate campaign to cause harm to our client's reputation and will not be tolerated. Accordingly, we hereby demand that you 1. Immediately cease and desist from making, publishing, or otherwise disseminating any further defamatory statements concerning Future Multiverse and/or its affiliates. 2. Remove or retract all defamatory content previously published concerning our client, including the video you recently posted in various online platforms. 3. Provide a written undertaking within 5 days from the date of this letter, confirming that you will refrain from making any further defamatory statements concerning our client in any form or medium. And 4. Refrain from creating, publishing, or distributing any video, article, or commentary containing false or misleading allegations concerning a client. Failure to comply with the foregoing demands will leave a client with no alternative but to pursue all available legal remedies, including injunctive relief, damages for defamation, and any other appropriate legal recourse without further notice to you. Our client expressly reserves all rights in this matter. This letter is written strictly without prejudice to a client's legal and equitable rights, all of which are hereby expressly reserved to. We strongly urge you to treat this matter with the utmost seriousness. Should you require further clarification, you may direct all communications to the undersigned through the contact details found in this letter.
Yeah, so that's quite funny, really. I always love it when they quote New Zealand law, like I don't know New Zealand law. And also, when these companies come after you, they have this thing called discovery, and that's where they have to prove how much money they've lost and where the money's come from, which we really love. So discovery is always going to be a field day. And this isn't my first rodeo. Somebody's already tried to sue me in the New Zealand High Court for $3,850,000, claiming defamation. An hour and a half before the High Court judge opened up the file, they filed a discontinuance. A week prior, they was trying to negotiate out of court because they realized we had overwhelming evidence. So when I get letters like that and I get videos like this being asked to be removed off the internet. Now, you've got Shavez Anwar here, which has been interviewed in a 10-month documentary and his involvement with Hyperverse, 9Pay and Liquid Pay, claiming that he's associated with Visa. Visa have nothing to do with this guy whatsoever. The next one is Sam Lee, who's been charged for in connection to a Hyperverse scam with $1.9 billion, and that was charged for by he was charged with that by American. And also, no one's charged him in Australia yet, even though he's Australian citizen, Australian-born Chinese citizen. That makes sense. Mum's Chinese. And also now living in Dubai, and he's a wanted man. He's been detained in Dubai for 60 days, questioned, and now free, and thinks he's a free man. People ask me what's happened to Sam Lee. We don't know. He doesn't know. He's just walking around Dubai like a zombie at the moment with no real purpose. However, America wouldn't have charged somebody in connection to a $1.9 billion if they're not connected. So this video that you see here that they don't want on the internet actually proves that that he is connected to these guys. So they don't want this video on here because this is proof that he's connected to Shavez and he's connected to Sam. He's been working with them with Stable Deo, Stable Opinion, which is the same as Future Metaverse. It's the same rodeo. It's just a rinse and repeat, slap a new label on it. And of course, I have the receipts. And this is condemning stuff that shows he is connected to these known, what I'm calling criminals. And that's my opinion, and I'm entitled to it. But you make your own decision up if you're going to invest in this company, because this shows that this guy has his finger in too many pies. The video that we just watched with the 360 DPI claiming that he's going to have world dominance when they build a 50-story high-rise building over the road from blah, 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 from investors. These German people investing, it's just stupid bullshit, poos and wees. But anyway, believe what you want to believe, but don't invest in this guy, is my opinion. But let's have a listen. Hopefully we've got the whole video.
I'm also in New Delhi right now.
In fact, today, we had very important historic meeting with somebody that you would know. Strong inroads all over India, from top to bottom, and
I like the music.
Many different fields. So as we are also launched the Future Trends India Manifesto, will fast track and become a par with US, China, India, and Africa, and several nations in Africa. And the new president also is our deep contact. We will be visiting them soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye. Bye, Dad.
Right, so in case you're wondering, that's the intro, and I have edited that. Now, when he said, "Hi, Dad," we thought that he was insinuating that Shavez's father was actually Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi, but it wasn't. It was because it was actually his birthday. It was actually, I've forgotten whose birthday. There was another man in this video, which I watched, and it was his birthday. And he had his father in the video at the very introduction to this. So this has been edited. I haven't changed or altered the message. But when he's saying, "Hi, Dad," it was because the fourth person in the video was his birthday and his father was there. So we thought he was insinuating that Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi was actually father of Shavez. But we got that wrong. But just so you know, I'm clearing that up now. And that's why we emphasize Sam Lee saying that laughing thing, simply because of that reason.
So greetings again.
And this is the full video, unedited.
India, from Delhi, and we went to Bombay, and now I'm back. In fact, today, we had very important historic meeting with somebody that you would know. And you know how India is run by RSS. Yes. RSS runs BJP, which is the ruling party that runs, we can say, the bosses of the Prime Minister. And so we have had several meetings and in-depth, both at the major event and also in the offices of a very high level. You can call him the top 3 leader of RSS, Sir Indresh Kumar. So we have been in his offices, and separately, of course, I had meetings before with Mr. Nada, who is the chairman or president of the BJP ruling party. So basically, the collective peaceful rise of India. So now we have joined what we have done with Africa, also now India. And whereas China was the first nation that we helped rise, now we have 1.5 billion nations in our hands. So China, 1.5 billion, Africa as a continent, 1.5 billion, and India now has become the #1 populated nation, surpassing China. So the China GDP is now $17.5 trillion. And as you know, most of it has to do with our positioning in the early stage, China's rise. And China rose in a magical way. That same magic is now come to India and to Africa. In fact, very interesting how the population is the same. The whole of Africa has $3.5 trillion of GDP. And India has $3.3 trillion of GDP. The goal for Africa as a continent by Future Trends Africa Manifesto is to create $50 trillion GDP within a decade. And the goal for India as a subcontinent, as one nation, is to create $25 trillion US dollars GDP in 1 decade. And right now, US's GDP is $23 trillion. Surely US may increase its GDP or possibly even decrease. But these two regions, the two turbo engines of growth, are Africa and India. That's for sure. While in London at the Queen Elizabeth, basically Great Hall, when I was giving a lecture with the Chancellor, and that was my sentence, that Europe, London, and we can say England still has 5 years window of opportunity. They still have superior capital, technologies, and management, but they need to deploy them in two most powerful engines of growth, Africa and India. And that did get noticed by the leadership of the people who were present in that summit. So at the moment, this is where we are at. Have brought online one other powerful nation in the turbojet fast financial benchmark multiplier effect for the vortex creation by future trends, so that the nation will fast track and become a par with China, US. So we will have US, China, India, and Africa, and several nations in Africa.
Sri Lanka?
Nigeria is where Sir Sam Lee came with me.
Ooh.
And the new president also is our deep contact. We will be visiting them soon. And of course, Senator Abu Ibrahim, who is the father of nation, we have already deep relations with. And so this is the macro level. On the micro specific level are stable DAO, which now has increased and added to stable opinion. And now the new initiatives by Sir, our brother, the brothers, we have to say, because we are as a group. I think the wealth generation on that is going to increase, as I said, like rains, starting with a few, and then I am a believer that we will be moving our initiatives forward. So that's my short briefing update. Apologies that I'm always on the road, not in every session, but I appear from time to time, one, to give update, and two, so that our community knows that we are solid, long-term, and unified.
This meeting is being recorded.
Very important message for any institution and entity to show that others have ups and downs and left and right, and yet we are centered. We are not cornered. And so the bond that we are working on and many other initiatives and the projects will continue with force forward. Thank you for you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kamalabadi, for sharing your, your journey so far. And I'm also, glad to hear about India's participation in future trends. And, I'm also in New Delhi right now, meeting the bird. Yes.
Come to the Imperial Palace. I'm still here 2 more days.
Okay,
the
perfect.
Imperial Hotel.
Perfect. So we will definitely see each other. Maybe next boardroom Zoom, we might be together.
I'm here 3 more days. 3 more days. Yeah. If you can come in between these 3 days, great.
Sure. I'm here only. So good to hear about future trends expansion in India, and it is very great. And we foresee much growth and participation in future trends being benefited by Premium DAO, which Triz structuring, and that is very insightful. So can't wait.
Yes. Most exciting thing about Premium DAO is now.
Now, remember I said at the start when Sam said, "Bye, Dad," Well, that's Dad in the background there. So that's where that conversation came from, just in case you're wondering. I didn't actually realize I had this in the video, so that's great. So you can see why they don't want this video online, because it actually shows that Farzam Kamalabadi is actually, well, Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi is actually obviously in the video here with Sam Lee and Shavez Anwar. So here he is. We've got a cease and desist letter basically saying I'm accusing him of being associated and I've defamed him, and they're going to go after me if I don't shut up and stop talking about it and removing my videos. But here's a video that they don't want on the internet that just backs up everything I'm saying.
We've been able to adjust our estimates. We may be able to put as much as 6% of premium DAO as a donation into future trends, which will definitely help to change the world. That 6% could end up being quite significant. So as I remember the doctor telling me to pray, so I've been praying, and let's see if the prayers are answered. I think we might be able to make a great contribution from premium DAO.
Yeah, first prayer, we can call it knowledge, volition, and then action. So we started with action actually. And one other good news about India, we have a very top powerful player, large teams that are doing something very meaningful and has impact globally. And that is Emirates Krushi, because you will know that this is the ancient Indian agriculture. We have rediscovered 500 seeds that come from at least 10 to 20,000 years before, and the nutrients on them are 10x more than the regular nutrients that exist. Not only the seed, but also the soil that has not been cultivated.
Oh my God.
We have several thousand farmers. So this is an area that is both for agriculture, food, health, nutrition, as well as reordering of the rural areas. And the farmers are receiving double their revenues.
Wow.
So this will be, and there's a lot of scientific research. Prime Minister Modi personally has interviewed and has spoken about this, and all the scientific documentation in our hands. So this will be a rejuvenative form of nutrients within food from the ancient times, because as you know, even
the Silk Road
multivitamins that we take have side effects. People think that they are benign, actually not. Over time, they can create even cancer and many other. Whereas the natural nutrients that have even selenium in them in a natural way is the way to go. And so this is one of the projects that will come to our the bond and then the stable opinion. So this group is very deeply under Future Trends. We are a member company of Future Trends. Yeah. Among many other
wait, there's more
and initiatives that in our vortex they are joining us.
Okay.
Wonderful, Dr. Kamalabadi. It's very clear that Future Trends can make an enormous contribution right across the world, and in those two focus areas, Africa and India, and close behind them, Southeast Asia, headed by Indonesia. Also, I think will move step in step with India. I hadn't realized until I got to know the two countries so well that particularly Indonesia has always looked to India. Even the rupiah comes from the Central Bank of India. I see Indonesia's future very, very, very strong, step in step with India. So yeah, I can't wait to see all those changes coming by. And I do believe that the GDP of India will reach the US's within a decade or so. It's coming. That's also happening. Very exciting, really amazing.
Okay, very good, very good. Best wishes. So I will go with your permission, and we'll continue. The next time I might be in Congo or Nigeria or both, and we'll be in touch.
Sure. See you later. Bye.
Please give all your support to Farzam whilst he's...
Oop, Sam's breaking up.
Yes.
Please arrange driver. Please arrange for Dr. Farzam, okay?
Sure.
Thank you,
Sam.
So that's really interesting there, because that was Sam Lee giving Shavez Anwar instructions, because at that time Shavez Anwar was technically working for Sam Lee, and now Shavez Anwar claims that he's the founder of everything that Sam Lee started, and they're all working for a hypertech group. And this guy, you know, remember this video has been removed off YouTube because their lawyers don't want it online, and they've spent the time trying to get this video removed off YouTube. But now we're streaming on 6 different platforms, and it's everywhere. A footprint will be getting bigger, and them hiding the fact that they're working together. Even the other guy that's in the video with his dad, I've tracked him. He's now back in the UK, and his company that he is operating, I've actually got, whistleblowers telling me that he's been moving money from crypto opportunities into the UK through his company. And I actually heard that from a amazing whistleblower who really stuck their neck out on the line. So this could be, this could be the smoking gun. This could be the people who really are behind the cartel style networks that are running and moving money around. Just because this guy fronts what he claims governments in his YouTube channel with 538 followers and all the videos of him shaking hands with people who are somebodies, doesn't mean that he's not the guy behind all this, and hence why they don't want this information on. But this is undisputable. Here we are with Shavez and Sam Lee, and they're talking about their future plans.
I'm seeing you very soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's such a pleasure and fun to meet our united team. It's always just to join the feeling is up there. Thank you very much, and in humility, with permission. Take care. Take care.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye.
Bye, Dad. Go and say it.
Great.
Perfect.
Well, I also unfortunately need to leave as well, but it's great. Even though we've started a little bit late, we've covered a lot of ground, and the vision and mission of what we're attempting to achieve is very clear, and that is why we're on time and on track to deliver some great outcomes, not only for this community, but for those who are in the corporate side, partnering up with our stable DAO database. So this is really exciting, and I look forward to sharing more in the coming days. And of course, why don't I hand this back to Tris and Shavez to close off. Thank you.
It's like prayer meeting, isn't it?
Thank you so much.
Farzam, I also have to go because it's my father's birthday.
Oh, it's his father's
dinner
birthday.
that we're doing now. We have to go and collect people and things. So wonderful to catch up with the team and see everybody. Looking forward to our Tuesday boardroom Zoom. And great to see Dr. Kamalabadi. He looks great. And definitely go to the Imperial Hotel and drink tea with him.
I'm going. I'm rushing from here. So all right. Thank you so much, Trace. Thank you so much, all the Stable DAO participants and Stable Opinion prosumers for joining us for this boardroom Zoom. And I apologize for being late today because of the unstable connections that we have around the world. And my personal initiative would be to bring stable connection around the world, and I'm going to figure out something to connect the dots and bring something that constantly keeps networks stable around the world. And let's sign off with this idea and sleep with it. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye, Dad. I did that in there again. Yeah, so that was the video they don't want on the interweb. So there you go. So it's back online, obviously. But, it's just crazy. So that was my update on what's happening with Future Metaverse. And obviously, we've got videos of these two German guys who are heavily in bed with Dr. Farzam Kamalabadi, or Bendy, whatever you want to call him. I like to call him Dr. Snuffleupagus. So a bit of fun there. So hopefully that was helpful. I'm Danny de Hek, aka the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, and we'll see you in the next video. If you have any information about Dr. Farzam and any information at all, even if you are his solicitors and you're not working for him anymore because you didn't pay his bill, any other videos that may be of interest for us to pay and keep us up to date, whistleblowers are always welcome. You can go to thehek.com, go to the contact us button, and you'll be able to submit stuff via a form. If you want to be anonymous, tick the button, keep me anonymous, use your real email address if you would. That'd be nice. We can correspond with you if needed. Or if you don't want to do that, just use anonymous@gmail.com, and then we'll keep it 100% anonymous and we won't drop any names in there, just like we did with the update that we had there. So that's my live for today. So I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you in the next video.